Hey, funny homies. On today's show, we discuss Week 6 big injuries, Week 7's waiver wire, ads, drops, and our studs and duds. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Fake Football Guy Show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Campos, and alongside me is my co-host, Mr. Brown, Dustin DL Lingaman. What's up, baby?
What's up, man? How you been feeling?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Hey, you know I always call you baby every single episode? Somebody pointed that out.
So.
Somebody pointed that out. So.
Well, I mean, because it's a term of endearment.
Oh, they told me I needed a baby, so that's what they said to me. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like a big baby.
That's right. With a beard and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. It is what it is. But
I need some money, so.
Yeah, I know. Oh, so you're sugar daddy? Is that what you want me to be?
Okay.
Damn, all right.
Moving on.
All right. Anyway, the executive producer of the show, the one, the only, Andres Valentin. Andrew, how's it going, man?
It's going good, guys. I'm feeling like a real champion over here.
Oh.
After dominating, and I mean dominating, Fields of Dreams this week. So, sorry, Dustin. Sorry. But we'll keep talking business. We'll keep talking shop, okay?
All right.
Promise you.
We'll get to it. Well, yeah. How was your weekend, Andrew? How's everything going? Everything good?
Everything's been going good. Just been real busy. I had a lot of jobs I had to take care of this week. So I'm hoping to get some fat stacks in here real soon. So I'm not in the red anymore.
Okay,
because I'm riding hard in the red.
No, I totally understand. Our sound engineer for the show, the one, the only, Gimli himself, David Double D Dykstra. Double D, are you here?
What's up, Double D?
David is exposed at this moment, making sure that the audio is working.
Oh.
So, but David says, hey.
Okay, cool. Hey, Dave.
Hello, David.
He's in the sound studio, so if you guys don't see him, it's because he's putting us up on the streaming platforms that we're on, so you can listen to our lovely voices. Isn't that right, DL?
That's right. We do have lovely voices.
We do. Oh, look at you. Did you try to go into Colgate commercial mode?
Did you see our new sponsor?
Oh, we have a new sponsor?
Yeah, check it out.
Hold on. Before we go into our sponsor, I do want to also introduce our intern today, Baldy McGrindy. What are we going with the name? What would you say?
His name is D.
D?
Yeah, as in D's nuts.
Oh, wow.
What's up, D?
Damn, got me.
How y'all doing, man? I appreciate y'all for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, hey, man.
Anytime.
We're just glad you could help us out.
Yeah. Just don't mess it up, and then you'll be on the next episode.
Yeah.
That's all we ask.
As long as we don't go for a full half an hour without sound.
Yeah, as long as that doesn't happen again, we'll be fine for the fourth time.
Because you were too busy.
You said we had a new sponsor?
Yeah, check the chat. Did you see the chat?
We do have a new sponsor. Let me check the chat. There we go.
They're a bit of a pro.
Oh.
You were getting spammed. We're getting spammed, folks.
We are.
But.
Yeah, I don't want to even talk about that. But anyway, DL, let's remind the phony homies at home where they can follow us. Folks, as a reminder, you can follow us on Twitter. Where, DL?
At Tweet FFG.
And if you have any questions for us, you can send those questions over by using the hashtag
AskUsFFG.
Pretty simple, right? Nice branding.
I think
that's what we were going for.
Thank you.
Nothing too difficult. You can always send us any email questions. Let's say that you don't have Twitter. There's a lot of people out there that don't. DL knows a few of them. I know you don't want me to say that, but I don't even give a damn. You can send us those emails. DL, where?
AskUsFFG@gmail.com.
Oh, that's a great voice. I love it. We should do some radio commercials, dude.
I know.
We got it going.
Yeah, we could.
We
just need someone to pay us.
That's right.
I don't do this for free.
Send us those contracts to the email. Where, DL?
AskUsFFG@gmail.com.
Just had to get it out there twice. It's so nice. I had to have you say it twice.
I know.
Right?
I put a little bit more effort in that.
Yeah, put those fantasy emails, send them over. And then if you guys want to send us a voicemail note, we haven't got one in a while, dude. I get voicemails, but they're not for the show. So send us those fantasy football questions. You can call us directly. DL, where can they call us?
Area code 708-655-4508.
I continue to get spam texts. I'm pretty sure it's because I'm giving my phone number over YouTube.
Well, last time it was you were invited to a ball.
Yeah, and this time it was different. Hey, Mike, how was your trip? That was this morning, I swear to God.
Hey, Mike.
How was your trip?
Was it a prior person?
Check it out. You think I'm lying? Look at all these emails, or all these texts that come in and I have to block.
Oh, nice.
And look, today. Hey, Mike, how was your trip?
You're blocking them. Why?
Yeah,
are you blocking
because
them?
dude, I don't know what's going on there. I don't want
Maybe
somebody
some
to,
of the phony
take my
homies
info.
like trying to reach out to you.
No. They're just the
Okay.
phony homies are the best. Deal. We're gonna affectionately call this episode our Taylor Heineke show.
Yes, he's back.
He is back. We're super
my
excited.
God, I'm so
Before we go
happy.
into the Taylor Heineke stuff,
Sure.
let's remind people to always like, share, subscribe, and
Smash
that notification button. That's that little bell that you see on the side of your screen on your phone, on your laptop, your computer, your tablet, whatever it is that you use. Smash that notification button so that you know when we go live. It'll basically just give you a little notification at the top of your phone. It'll say, hey, those 2 good-looking guys and the 3 guys in the back that look okay, yeah, go follow those guys. Go watch those guys. That's us, the fake football guys. So check us out. DL, people can check us out everywhere, right?
Yeah, you can check us out on IG, TikTok, Facebook, anywhere you consume your podcast. We got Apple, Spotify, Google,
Everything, Stitcher.
Podbean, the whole 9, man.
Podbean. Sounds
Yeah.
kind of sexual, but let's
Why you gotta go
continue.
there? Well, you know, you
so-
got something on your mind.
No, I got dude. Not me, not at
You
all.
need to get
Never.
something out?
Nope,
You need to release
never,
something?
never that. But we have another jam-packed show for you guys today. We're super excited. We got to talk about Week 6.
Yeah, we do.
Can I fess up for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't watch the Bears game on Thursday.
Oh.
It was the first time I was trying to calculate how far it's been, like how long it's been. I think it's the first time I missed the Bears game since 7th grade.
What?
Yeah, that was like in 2002.
I mean, you didn't miss it like just randomly, like, oh, shoot.
never.
I forgot.
Never.
Like, you blew off dates to watch the Bears?
I didn't go on a lot of dates when I was in 7th grade.
Well, I'm just saying,
I don't know
like,
you think I am here.
no,
but-
I'm just saying, like, 2005.
Oh, no. Nope.
You weren't dating?
05? Yeah, I was, but whatever.
I was dating a girl and I missed the Bears game.
Why is this a thing every episode?
What?
Jesus
Dating?
Christ. Yeah,
What?
anyway, dude, I missed the show. I missed the
I'm
game.
just saying that it happens.
But it
You
was
missed
totally
something.
cool. I missed it for great stuff, so it's all
What
good.
were you doing?
No, it doesn't matter, dude. Dude, I'm gonna blush, dude. I'm brown guy. I don't
See,
turn
I
red.
don't understand.
Nah,
Are
Are we
dude.
trying to
Yes.
get JC a date through the show? Is
Come
that
on,
what's
guys.
happening here?
I know. It's like he gets so defensive. It's
not-
like, hey, we're all buddies. We're pals.
I'm not defensive, bro.
We're your real homies.
You are my real homie. So is Andrew. So is D and Double D.
And
We got Double D and a D.
we got lots of D's.
Damn, throw some D's on. All right, so yeah, dude. So missed Thursday, and then Sunday I didn't watch football. I had to record everything and rewatch yesterday.
Can I make a confession?
Yeah.
Okay, number one, I did watch the Bears game. And the whole time I was watching it, you said, like, oh, I'm not going to watch it. It's going to be boring as heck. I'm like, no, it's not. It's going to be great. And it was boring. It was horrible. It was god-awful. My eyes hurt. My confession, though, is I didn't watch any games this Sunday either.
What? Who are
Yeah.
we, dude? Who are
I
we?
know. You know what? It felt kind of good to unplug. It felt good to, like, actually hang out with my family and,
Great.
not ruin my Sunday.
And the Bears are
because-
really bringing us down.
I don't know, but yeah, the Bears, one of my leagues that I'm not doing so well in is bringing me down one, but the rest I'm kicking ass and taking names.
So I guess I'm a little concerned now because we didn't do any show prep. Did you watch football yesterday at least? To catch
Yes, I
back
did.
up?
I
Okay,
did
cool.
watch. I watched that. I watched highlights. Nowadays, like literally, you can just look for NFL highlights and it shows you everything.
Yeah.
Oh, the big plays, stuff like that. I mean, I will say I felt a little bit weird because it was like, what? I don't know what happened. And usually like, I know everything.
So
but-
I rewatched Red Zone from start to finish yesterday,
Wow.
and then I was watching so the NFL does like mini like recaps of the games where you could watch the entire game in its entirety without commercials, without any breaks. It just goes from the play to the next play, to the next play, to the next play. You can watch it all in like 12 minutes. It's pretty wild.
yeah, is that the extra service you have to pay for?
Yeah. But
Did you pay for that?
No, I'm fine. I know ways.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Never mind. Never mind.
But anyway,
They're all legit.
DL. Speaking of us being slackers and not watching, we are caught up. How was
Yeah.
your Week 6?
My week 6 was, it was good,
Okay.
but except for one loss that we'll get to, kind of made me angry. But anyways, I went 3-1. So I pretty much beat everyone, especially in my deeper league. That was crazy. But anyways, my biggest, I would say, flyer was Deion Jackson. So I got alerted from the Sleeper app and Twitter that JT, Jonathan Taylor, and Nyheim Hines were not going to be playing this week. So what did I do? Hopped on, saw Deion Jackson, was like, all right, I'll throw him in. Started him over Tyler Algier, and he went off.
Damn.
42 rushes,
Holy.
1 touchdown,
Holy.
79 yards
In receiving yards. Yep. Nice.
receiving. Yeah, that was crazy. That's why you should always double check Sleeper and Twitter. And yes, we're not being sponsored by them yet, but it's always good to kind of like, check it out, see what the hubbub is, do a deep dive. And hey, roll the dice. That's what makes fantasy fun, is when you get like someone like Deion Jackson you know nothing about. You just hope and pray that he like turns out well, and he does. You feel like $1 million. But anyways, moving on. My other studs of the weeks was Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara. He's back, guys. He's back. Amari Cooper and Chris Godwin. Duds, which is no surprise. Courtland Sutton. I hope we get to the panic part because that's going to be interesting. I'm curious to hear who you have this week.
Sure.
Curtis Samuel, Kareem Hunt, and Dallas Goedert. Which, yeah, those are my duds.
Yeah. I had another crummy week. I've had 3 in a row crummy weeks where I'm not above 500 at least overall in these leagues. I went 4-7. It's really sad. It's been a really weird season. I don't want to delve into it. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I do want to dive into a little bit because I was a little bit miffed at you because you stated that Courtland Sutton was going to be the guy. He's going to be the wide receiver one. It's week 7, bro.
You got to he'll be back there. It's because Russell Wilson sucks.
Yeah, he's so bad, dude. So bad.
I want to cut him in a league, and I don't have the heart.
You have to.
So good for me for so long. I've had him as a keeper since he was a rookie. And
he's in the keeper league.
Yeah,
Man.
I don't know what to do. It's hurting me. But Russell Wilson, man, come on, dude, you're letting us down, man.
Well, this is a good segue because it brings us up to our next topic, a little fantasy football advice, if you will, right? I think we talked about this yesterday. Now's the time to like reevaluate your team, right?
Ooh.
You got to see who's actually being consistent, who's actually helping you with those wins. Or losses, like literally if you have some guy that you keep starting, like a Courtland Sutton or even Kyle Pitts was on there for a little bit.
He caught a touchdown
He
finally.
did. He finally.
Live, dude, there's a pulse.
That like solidified like, all right, you bought yourself 1 more week or 4, depending on how I'm feeling. Mm-hmm. But yeah, but now's the time to take a look at that and see like, are you keeping the guy because you're in quote unquote love with the player, or are you hoping that he's going to have a bounce back?
So we have some viewers right now. I see the chat is blowing up. I do want to say the people that are watching, my closest friends I know that are always supporting, they know the one saying I always have in fantasy, whether it's football, basketball, NASCAR, golf, it doesn't matter. It's don't fall in love with your players.
Ooh.
Because if you do, you're never going to let go of them. And if you don't let go, then you're destined to fail over and over again. What's the definition of insanity? That isn't the definition, but we like to say it is.
Definition is doing the same over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So if you keep trotting out, guys that have been bad all year and you expect them to start performing and they haven't, well, that's on you. So
yeah, and we'll get to the panic alarms and kind of go into exactly who those players might actually be. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's be honest. In one of my leagues, I'm dead last.
Me too. I'm 0-6 in a league, bro. No, I'm 1-5 now. Thank God. But still,
at this point, I'm like, well, let's get rid of some bums. Let's not maybe bums, but actually, let's change the situation. Because in one of my leagues, like literally, I have no wide receivers. So I'm trying to get rid of.
So let's talk about that. Yeah.
Okay.
So you have no receivers. You probably have middling receivers, right? Do you know who they are?
Actually, Andrew, if you'd like to pull up the trade I offered you.
Oh, interesting. So I know that we did a little bit of a water cooler talk yesterday. We were talking about what you should do in this league because it is week 7. We're going into it. It is time to reevaluate.
Yep.
If you're strong at other positions, let's say you have 2 good quarterbacks, why would you move one? Why wouldn't you do that? They're expendable. If you have 3 good running backs and all you need is 2, why wouldn't you try to package a receiver and a running back for a starting receiver?
Exactly. I'm at the point right now where, Brian Anderson Jr. came off the IR, so I have to put him back. Swifties.
Brian Anderson, the baseball player? I love it.
No.
Brian Robinson.
That's
Jr.
what I meant.
That's right. I know.
Yeah.
You're just such a Sox fan. You can't help it. It's just pouring out of you. Center fielder, Brian
The look
Anderson.
he gave me, folks.
Yeah, it's
could
totally
tell you
okay.
that just I hate.
I almost killed you
Why
right
do
now,
you
but it's
suck?
okay.
Anyways,
I knew you were going with.
But you know what I'm saying is like literally I don't have room on my bench, right? Mm-hmm. But I have some players on there that are kind of iffy, like a Garrett Wilson, right? Mm-hmm. He's one that I'm hoping is going to pop off eventually once him and Zach actually start gelling. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited about that. And then I have George Pickens, which once again I'm kind of waiting for him to start gelling because I have a feeling, right? Mm-hmm. Problem is, I got to start moving people around because, I also have Scary Terry, Curtis Samuels, James Conner, like these guys that are like kind of on that fence, but I'm trying to get value back from them besides just dropping them.
That
to
makes
the
perfect
waistline.
sense. Makes perfect sense. So what was that offer that you made? I'm just curious.
Well, I was hoping Wombat and his expertise producing capabilities would have it up, but
I can't find the trade stuff on Yahoo's page or whatever.
All right, you know what?
Totally fine. All you gotta click on my team.
I'll tell you, he offered me Terry McLaurin and James Conner for Gabriel Davis.
Grade that trade.
F for you. If I was him, I would accept that in a minute. Like right now. Like yesterday, I would have accepted it.
Wait, F on my part?
Yeah. You're giving up James Conner and Terry McLaurin
Yeah.
for Gabe Davis?
I need a wide receiver.
You better accept that shit right now.
That's like the third person
I had to
today
go back in there right
who
now.
said accept it.
On his end, he's getting those two guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Accept it. You should go on your app right now and delete that trade. That's what I would do if I were you. Like seriously, like right now. But yeah, that's what I
I'm
gotta say
confident
about
with Gabriel Davis one way or another, man.
Dude, Gabriel Davis is not going to have another week like he had, 2 weeks ago?
No, I'm not saying he will.
Yeah.
But I'm confident to either keep him or trade him one way or the other.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So you're getting starting caliber RB2 that you could plug in and play right away, and then
Right.
you're getting a receiver that's been bad all year. But now he's got a quarterback that he's played with who happens to favor him as his number one wide receiver. Interesting, Scary Terry. Interesting. So, yeah, I mean, that's just my take. At the beginning of the season, Scary Terry was ranked higher, and he's just been a better receiver overall than Gabe Davis has his career, career-wise. Gabe Davis has just been playing better and
absolutely.
better quarterback play.
Yeah. My only concern is that obviously, are we going to see the Taylor Heineke we've seen in the past with Terry McLaurin? That's number one.
Sure.
And the other number two thing, and this is just me analyzing it.
Sure.
Number two is James Conner going to be able to stay healthy for the entirety of the season? Because in the last, I think it was 4 years now,
is fair.
he's missed time.
And if he doesn't,
Here's what I gotta say. And
here's what I gotta say. How dare you question Taylor Heineke on the number one Taylor Heineke show
I'm not.
in
Listen,
sports radio
listen,
right here? Come
It's a
on.
staple on the
listen.
show, man.
We gotta get him
Listen,
on,
right
dude.
now, what I'm telling you is this: if JC's right, in which he is right, because Taylor Heineke's gonna have a day, right? And Scary Terry's gonna go off.
He's gonna feast. Are you kidding me?
And then I'm gonna remove that trade. Now is your time to get the Scary Terry that you've wanted
I'm dead
and
serious,
waited
Andrew.
for.
Dead serious. You pull that trigger. It's not even close.
But I mean, you go ahead and watch Gabe Davis from your bench because you're not playing him this week. Literally, this could be the guy that you could flip in there, and you have Benjamin, which is James Conner.
oh, you have the backup. So, dude,
Yeah.
shout out to you for understanding. Like, it makes perfect sense to make that trade with you. That's really smart, actually.
I have to talk with my other team members.
Oh, get out of here!
Come on. Hey, I
I'm
do
not
want to
alone
say,
in this.
I do
I'm
want to
not
say,
alone in this.
Not fantasy football related, but this past week I had my fantasy basketball draft.
Oh, how'd it go?
I've been contemplating starting a fantasy basketball show, which is something that I've been thinking about.
Oh.
There aren't a lot.
They're not.
There's a lot of football shows. There's not a lot of basketball shows. There's probably 2 or 3.
Corner of the
that I'm aware
market.
of.
Corner of the market.
But I do want to say a special shout out to the Driveway. That's the name of my league. We're in year
Driveway.
9.
I like
It's our
that.
Bob Pettit year. If you're an NBA fan, you know who Bob Pettit was.
Oh.
But it's our 9th year. I do want to say a special shout out. I am. Let me do one of these. Give me a second.
It's like JC's fashion show.
Sorry, it's oh my bad, an Io the Sunmush jersey because the Bulls play tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too. So I do want to say a special shout out to my buddy Jethro for getting it for me. By the way, he got it from me from a thrift store, the Buffalo Exchange. So shout out
Buffalo
to
Exchange is awesome.
It's the best.
I've been there I can't
I've been
believe
there
that
twice.
someone gave up an IO jersey.
I mean, I don't know why, but I'll take it.
I guess
and
they
shout out to them. But yeah, and again, just to bring it all back full circle, we are a Taylor Heineke house.
We are.
So this house with you in it, Andrew.
We're with you, Taylor.
Yeah, honestly,
All right,
Andrew.
you know what? Hey, let me talk with my man and we'll discuss.
You have until the end of the show.
Can we get a TikTok put together of all the times we've suggested Taylor Heineke? Because if we get that trending and we just do hashtag, and I bet you if we DM it to him, he'll like say
Yeah,
something. I
or
bet
maybe-
you we could get him on.
Dude, maybe he'll like call our number and like leave a recording.
Oh,
like,
that
yeah,
would be great. If
thank
Taylor,
you.
if you're listening
Taylor,
to us,
call us.
Yeah, right here, Taylor. Will you call us, dude?
Just
What's
a
up?
quick like, hey, you're listening to the Fake Football Guys.
Yeah.
Or,
That'd be- that
hey,
would
you're
be great.
watching the Fake Football
Yeah.
Guys.
Hey, my guy. My name is Taylor Heineke, and
Yeah. Hey, this is Taylor Heineke, and
you're
you're watching
watching
the Fake Football Guys.
that's all we need, Taylor.
That's it, Taylor.
We're not
That's
asking
it.
for much, dude.
We
We're in
could use
Chicago,
the
by the way.
endorsement.
We're big
We
fans.
could
I
use
wonder
the
if we
endorsement.
don't they have like those voice. What's that voicemailing?
Dude, he could literally just leave him a voicemail. He's got my number. It's
Yeah.
out there. I put it in the beginning of the show.
He's talking about Cameo, where they
Yeah,
record a video
Cameo.
and they say, "Hey, what's up? This is Taylor Heineke. Hey, you know what's up? Check out the Fake Football Guys." We could literally pay him to do that.
Or he
if
could
we
do it for
wanted to.
free.
Or
since,
he
you
could do
know,
it for free.
We're a
Or we could get it
school-funded
for
show.
free.
And
Jesus.
we've been.
I've already been working
praises.
on the Taylor Heineke clip as
Please
it is.
do. Please
Do it.
Take what we just did right now.
Do you know how many times we've mentioned him on the show?
Insane.
Literally last year, every week,
Every week.
starting
Every
around
week.
this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, DL, we've been on a rant. It's been a hell of a show so far.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get it back on track. Let's go to the news.
Absolutely. We're gonna start things off with.
Wait a minute. What about payback on the bet?
I thought I could help you out here.
Oh, what
tried,
about that,
dude.
Dustin?
I tried.
Oh,
I tried.
We must have overlooked that. Oh.
Hey, DL,
okay.
let's go ahead. So we made some bets. We love to make bets on the show. DL, I believe you were the only one that made a bet last week.
I did.
And how'd it go?
I lost. I bet Andrew a 6-pack of.
Oh, now he's got it up.
Oh, weird how fast that was. Yeah, I got destroyed by Andrew's team. I bet him a 6-pack of beer, but I'm not sure, Andrew, if you drink beer or not. So if you want, like, I don't know, like a soda or, you know.
I mean, dude,
let me know.
I drink anything at this point. You want to just get me Coronas, man? I'm good with that.
Okay.
good. That's easy.
Fair.
I'm a simple person, man.
You want a lime? You want a couple limes with it or just.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I'll make it
Man,
nice.
what a nice guy you are.
Yeah, I'll
Look
make
at
it nice. Give you some nice limes. Okay.
Nice.
So I lost again.
I still owe you that footlong. Did you eat yet? I can get you that today.
Save it for tomorrow.
Son of a-
Save it
He
for
says
tomorrow.
that every
'cause
time,
I
every time.
need my lunch for tomorrow because tomorrow's gonna be my long day. So
I'm wondering if he like is just like trying to collect enough bets.
Yeah,
food
so they
where
can get
he
like a whole
doesn't have to
meal,
eat.
all the
Yeah.
beers, and like candy, and then whatever.
I'm gonna cash it all
Exactly.
in for like a Thanksgiving dinner from you guys or something like that.
Oh, fake football Friendsgiving.
Ooh, I would love a fake
We
football
could do-
Thanksgiving.
We're gonna put together a show. I like
Footballsgiving?
Yeah, football. What?
Wow, football's giving?
Yeah, I like it. We could go.
So bad, dude.
We could go to like a local place, or at my house, I could make some turkey. We could watch football and film it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get back on it.
Yeah, we'll,
Anyways,
get back on it. We'll do a Charlie Brown fantasy football. Thanksgiving.
now that I've paid my debts, let's get on to the news.
Shit, yeah. Let's be real.
All right. So first things first.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
What? He died?
No, yeah, he died. What? How dare
I'm
you?
just kidding.
It's a J.
Yeah, I'm
Cole
just
line.
kidding.
Sorry.
I'm just
Anytime
kidding.
anyone says first things first, you got to say rest in peace, Uncle Phil. That's the way it
Remember
goes.
how we were like doing shows like under an hour?
Yeah, that's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
it's not
today.
happening this one.
I mean, you got me
Okay.
hyped at the beginning of the show talking about my Thursday, so couldn't help it.
Your Thursday.
That's right. Let's keep
Your
going.
di-
So the Cardinals made a trade deal.
You see how he keeps
Wide
dropping that?
receiver
Okay,
Robbie
okay.
Anderson has been traded from the Panthers to the Cardinals. DL,
Yeah.
What do you think the fantasy implication of this trade is going to be?
I want to see what happens because Hopkins comes back. So at first I was like, all right, cool. Like I can grab him because I know nobody's starting this fool or this guy, this player. Shouldn't call him a fool. But
He
he's
kind of
been,
is a little bit of a fool.
he's
Have you seen his
been-
hair? He looks like Sideshow
Yeah.
Bob. He's kind of weird.
or what was it the boy Island Boys?
Island Boy. He does look like the Island
The
Boy. That's a good
Island
call.
Boys.
That's a good call. Look at
Okay.
you. Look at that.
Yeah, see, I'm in the know.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, so I was excited about him. However, Hopkins does come back, so I'm like, he's gonna get a
I
lot.
can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. He's gonna get a lot of targets. But you also are dealing with Gage as well too.
Yeah, Russell Gage.
Russell. I knew
Yeah,
it was
and then
Russell.
Rondale Moore had a nice game too.
That's who I was
There's like
thinking.
a lot.
Rondale
there's a lot
Moore.
of moving pieces, but that offense keeps everybody fed. Honestly, everyone eats.
And-
you know who's not going to eat anymore?
Hollywood Brown.
AJ Green. And
Yeah,
that's true.
he's already he
it.
hasn't seen nothing.
nothing.
For,
Nothing.
for
He's
like
done.
weeks.
Yeah, he's done.
Anyway, see, we know what's going
But
on.
there's
Anyways,
a rumor though, DL. I hear there's a rumor in
Yeah.
Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey may be on the trade. Or he's on the trading block. That's what they're saying.
They're listening
right?
to offers, right?
They're listening to offers. That's what it is. So I don't think they're gonna trade him. Not during the season. I think that would be ridiculous.
But
like,
if they did, what team would be the best fit?
oh man, who's
Think about that.
Ravens.
The Ravens would be a great fit. Yeah, man.
I think
don't
the
know.
Ravens would be really.
I'll give you one.
Could you imagine Lamar Jackson? Oh boy,
give you
They
one.
need to trade for DJ Moore.
They do. The Bears
Yes,
need to
they
trade
do.
for DJ
Ravens
Moore.
Bears
need DJ
need-
Moore.
They did that.
Buffalo needs Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, so let me ask you.
Oh yeah.
What do you
That'd
think
be
it would
good.
take to get a guy like DJ Moore? A third round pick? A second round pick?
If you're the Ravens, you need to give up a first round draft pick for him. Because you can try and tempt a second round, but you know they're desperate enough to try and get in the playoffs. They're going to ask for a first round draft pick for DJ Moore. When he's really only probably a second and a third, which if you're the Bears, you really need to consider because that can be your guy. That can be your guy when you then pay T. Higgins and trade for Gabriel Davis
Yeah.
or whatever they want to do. But for Christian McCaffrey, they're also going to try and ask for another first round draft pick. It depends because if you're a team that's just looking, that's like bad, right? You're going to try to get the least amount of value for him and keep your first rounder. If you're a team in the playoffs, they're going to try to ask for a first-round draft pick because they know you want to win.
You're that desperate, or you're like desperate. This close. Yeah, exactly. Christian McCaffrey on the Bills.
The Bills would be fantastic. The Rams would be fantastic. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if you saw the news with Cam Akers.
Cam Akers is he already had a fight, by the way, with Sean McVay in the locker room. They got into it, and now Cam Akers is on the out with the entire team.
That's it for him. They're looking to move him.
Yeah, no.
Before they cut him, by the way, they're looking to trade him.
They don't want to cut him because there's still value in him.
Wow, that's funny that they don't want to just cut him. They rather trade him to another team to get something great.
Andrew?
It's a gamble, man.
Life's a gamble.
Again, like we said, don't fall in love with your players.
You got to look to move on.
All right, DL, speaking of moving on, we have more news, DL. What's going on?
Well, my next one was that the Rams head coach Sean McVay confirms trade talks for Cam Akers. So who cares? Josh Allen has more. This is just kind of fun. Josh Allen has more total yards, like offensive yards,
by himself
than the entire Bears offense. Let that sink in. Allen's played 5 games, right? And he has 1,876 yards.
So you're saying he had a bye already? The Bears have not had a bye.
No.
And he's got more?
Yeah. Bears have played 6 games with a total offense yards of 1,762.
And this is why I didn't watch football on Thursday.
I mean, one player versus a whole, like, you got wide receivers, all that fun stuff.
I mean, did you see that Cooper Kupp leads? Obviously, he leads the league in receiving yards. He has more receiving yards than the entire Bears receiving core.
He's the only guy that Stafford throws to.
Jesus, you guys got to stop. You're killing my Bears then right now, and I'm contemplating switching sides to somewhere else.
Dude, they gotta start trading off.
Get out of here, dude.
I'm contemplating not being a Bears
I went to the Cincinnati playoff game.
Oh, yeah. It was great with my friends.
See, bandwagon all over the place.
No, dude, but like it was a good game to go to.
2 years ago was
Arizona. Playoffs feel like. I don't know.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you don't remember 2005?
You were, so.
You don't remember 2005?
I remember 05. I was in high school, but I remember.
I wasn't.
I know.
I was at a bar.
You probably were old man.
No, I wasn't. I was a young buck back then.
Oh, you were a young buck?
I was a young buck.
So now what are you, the old bull?
Yes, I am. I'm like a fine wine.
Anyway, let's keep going.
I was in middle school. Yeah. If you're old now.
See, there you go. See, he wasn't even in school, he said. He was at a daycare.
Well, it was a great time.
So former NFL player, is it Antonio Denard?
Yeah.
Antonio Denard, cornerback, was shot and killed in Pennsylvania early Sunday morning.
Yep.
He played for the Packers. It happened outside of restaurants. All the information that we know thus far, but we do want to say prayers up to
Antonio Denard. It's just sad, man. Just, it's just super sad to anyone. Yeah. I mean, to get gunned down, like, we don't know the details, but either way, man, like, shout out. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to say something cool, but I didn't.
No, it's cool. It's totally fine. Somber moment there. It always sucks to hear when anything like that does occur.
I do have some good news, though.
Yeah,
some really good news is that after appearing in prime time to salt the eyes of the NFL fans in 4 out of the first 6 weeks, the Broncos only have one more primetime game on the schedule. It's December 11th against the Chiefs at Mile High. Thank you. We can celebrate. No more Broncos primetime.
Thank God.
That's it? What? I'm alone here?
No, you're the only one. We did get asked in the comments if we have any
they suck, man. What do you want?
I'm just saying, hey, you know what? I wanted to talk about how bad it's like watching last year was like the Cowboys, right? Remember every like primetime game was the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah.
You get kind of sick of it. And like, honestly, I'm sick of watching the Broncos suck.
Dude, Jesus.
I'm sick of Amazon.
I'm
period,
mad.
Man. Amazon's not doing good with this thing.
No,
they put that, was it the comedian or whatever it is? They put him on at like halftime or whatever, do a bunch of dumb jokes, fell hard.
Yeah.
Twitter bagged him constantly.
What comedian? Do we know who it was? I missed it.
Oh, God. He's known for, I think he's on the SNL. I think he's the SNL comedian that, I forgot his name now. He's been in a bunch of stuff. You've seen him before. Okay. He looks kind of like nerdy. I know that doesn't really help because they all look kind of nerdy, but.
So he looks like JC, but nerdier?
No.
Oh.
So.
Great joke, man. You did so good on that one. You got me.
Such a lazy joke, man.
Yeah, dude.
But it was better than what was on Monday Night Football at the halftime.
Thank you.
I don't know which comedian it was, but It is what it is. Colin Jost. Colin Jost, I think it's who it was.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He
cool.
bombed big time.
Yeah, he does. What is it? A weekend update. He's pretty good. But,
Yeah.
that sucks. Sucks for him. I like comedy a lot. I'll tell you, I'm working on 10 minutes of stand up.
Stand-up's hard.
Yeah, I'm working on 10 minutes.
Stand-up is very hard. I've been asked to do stand-up at places.
Really?
And it's very hard because, like, yeah, you can laugh at me because you know I'm goofy, but,
Yeah.
like, strangers are like,
They don't know that.
who's this? Why can't he talk right? Anyways, we're going to move on to our newest and one of my favorite segments, and that is the Panic Alarm. Woo, woo, woo.
All right. All right. So we do move over to the panic alarm. I do want to start and remind people there are 3 colors for the panic alarm. There is a red, which means you can cut a player. There is the yellow, which means we are concerned about the player. We probably would bench these players. And in some leagues, you can cut them. And then finally, code blue means we are worried about the player, but they should rebound. Let's go over to code red. DL, this week I didn't put anybody down.
I got someone.
Well, let me explain why I didn't put anyone down. It's a big bye week, and I thought some of the players that I would put there could help if your team, if you had guys on bye, and that kind of stopped me from cutting some of these guys. But who do you got? Curious.
Cortland Sutton.
You cannot cut Cortland Sutton.
I'm cutting
There's
him.
No
Not
way.
He's not going to get me this year.
Maybe in a
He got me last year,
Okay.
Cortland, but not this year. No. Bye.
Well, here's what I would say about Cortland Sutton. You probably drafted him in the first 5 rounds.
Did.
You cannot
'Cause I
cut
listened to
him.
you.
Yeah, you cannot cut him yet. You got to give it time, honestly. Like, don't start him for a while. How about wait and see, and maybe Russell turns it around, and then you can start him.
It's going to happen last year.
I highly doubt you
When he
find
has that
anyone
one good
better
week.
than Cortland Sutton.
He's going to have that one good week on my bench, and then I'm going to start him again, hoping that he does something good, like Gabe Davis has done in the past, where he just sucks, and he has like 2 good weeks, and then he's just garbage, and you should probably trade him. So I'm done with Cortland.
Well, I'm not. So let's continue. So there's no one in the code red for me. We jump over to code yellow. In code yellow, these are players again that we are concerned about. The first player that I have for code yellow is Aaron Rodgers. He is currently the 19th ranked quarterback in football. That means that you could have started 18 other quarterbacks in fantasy.
Yeah.
I could probably say the majority of the people watching either play in 10-man or 12-man leagues, some in 14-man. You could probably get a better quarterback on the waiver wire right now than Aaron Rodgers.
Even in deep leagues or just a smaller leagues?
Well, I'll give you an example. You could probably pick up Taylor Heineke.
Do it.
Anyway, another
I
guy I
agree.
have in the yellow, a guy that I cut in a league, but some leagues you can't because there probably isn't much out there.
There isn't.
Matthew Stafford.
Got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you start Matthew Stafford or Ryan
Matt
Tannehill.
Tannehill.
Tannehill? Well, you got to give me matchups here. I probably would say
Tannehill's going against the Green Bay Packers.
Tannehill.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I'd probably start Tannehill because Stafford has 2 weeks with less than 10 points.
Interesting.
Can you believe that?
I think Tannehill's going
weeks.
against the Colts.
Oh, yeah,
that's
he
right.
is going against the
That's
Colts.
correct. That is
So,
correct.
yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely Tannehill. The Colts are terrible.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
have
got
some
him ahead
stats.
of the
I have some
waiver.
stats to back that up. We'll
Okay,
get in
go
that.
ahead. I'm
'cause,
sorry, I keep interrupting.
It's
Go
all right.
ahead.
Don't worry. Another guy I'm concerned about is Cam Akers, obviously. Don't cut him because we don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah, because if he goes to what would
He
be? I don't know.
Baltimore.
Yeah, but like he sucked on the Rams. Like is
I
he
agree.
just automatically going to be like good over?
I don't know, but you hold on to him, and then the moment he gets
kinda
traded,
see.
when he gets
I
traded,
see.
you trade him because you don't want that problem.
Yeah, true.
You don't want Cam Akers.
Yeah, he's like a Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another guy I'm concerned about is Isaiah McKenzie.
Ooh, dude.
Followed by Elijah Moore, who got no targets last week. Do you believe that? None. And we talked about how Zach Wilson loves him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Another guy is Antonio Gibson. He basically lost his starting job to
Yep.
Brian Robinson Jr.
Yep. Get rid of him.
Brian Anderson Jr. This guy. Yeah, it's a Brian Robinson. And the last guy I'll throw in, I didn't add him into our script, but the last guy I'll throw in is J.K. Dobbins. I'm a little concerned there.
What about? Did you put him? You did. What about Curtis Samuel?
I am concerned about Curtis Samuel, but he's got a
Okay.
quarterback back. So let's see what
Oh,
happens.
that's true.
Let's
Let's
see what
shake it
happens.
out a little
Yeah,
bit.
Let's see what
Okay.
happens.
Okay.
We go over to code blue. These are players that we're worried about, but they should rebound. The first player is Garrett Wilson. I just haven't seen it from him for a few weeks.
That's what I was talking about. Like, is he ever gonna gel with Zach Wilson?
I think he will. I think he's just too talented not to.
Yeah, that's what I was
Just
thinking.
take
I
some
was
time.
like, all right, but yeah, I'm.
It's gonna be one of those.
Concerned
He
too.
blows up on a week that you sat him. That's
Yep,
what's
and then
gonna
you
happen.
put him
Keep in mind, he's
yep.
a rookie.
Yeah.
So it's his first year. He's trying to get acclimated to the offense. He's trying to learn everything. So Give Zach Wilson, watch by the end of the season. I'm sure he'll probably get more targets by the end.
Oh, no, absolutely.
All depending where the Jets are at, too.
Oh, yeah.
But Flacco loved him. That's the whole reason why you went after
Flacco
him in
loves good
waiver
targets.
wires.
But Flacco's a veteran quarterback.
Yeah.
Zach
True.
Wilson's still
Gotcha.
trying
I
to pick
gotcha.
up the pace here.
We jump to another guy. Terry McLaurin is on the list. I am concerned, but he should rebound.
You should rebound hard this week. Real hard.
Keep on selling me, man. Come on.
I'm not selling you.
Keep on selling.
You know what? I'm thinking about pulling out the trade
After the show.
after the show.
I'm 5-1, so I'm doing something right, apparently.
That's true.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
the-
called Cincinnati Bengals.
The last guy I'll recommend is James Robinson.
Really?
I think he's been out snapped by Etienne the last 2 weeks.
Wow. Couldn't it be awesome if you had like a James Conner and Etienne together?
This
be awesome.
Wow.
Little
He's
duo.
really selling them.
You are
really selling them.
about as bad as a car salesman, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
What?
Used car salesman.
What? That's like a good.
Just a bunch of PT Cruisers. Trash. That's all you're freaking selling out there. Yeah. All right. All right. And now, DL, that's it for the panic alarms. It is time to go over our injuries. All right. We are super excited to report that the doctor is in the house. Doctor, how's it going?
Hello, Giancarlo.
Full government name again.
Yes,
So the first time you
yes.
appeared on the show, you had an accent, and the second time you didn't, and now this time I don't know if you do.
I don't.
Oh, well then. All right, Doc. Well, there were a ton of injuries last week in Week 6, Doc. You have a lot of work and a little bit of time.
Yes, a lot of work, a lot of injuries. It is football, right? The weeks are mounting up, and players are going down. Just as a reminder, not only are we dealing with injuries, we're also dealing with a bye.
Oh,
There's 4 teams on bye.
what
this
teams
week.
are they?
It's the Buffalo Bills,
Oh,
those Los Angeles Rams, those horrible Minnesota Vikings.
they're leading the NFC North.
horrible. And the Philly Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
That's where you're at now?
Fly, Eagles,
Okay,
fly.
Doc, I thought you didn't have a rooting interest, Doc.
I do. I'm just saying, like, I just like Eagles. You know,
Oh.
they're majestic, America.
Okay, majestic America.
Yeah.
All right, Doc. So let's start in Arizona. I heard something happened to Marquise Brown. What do you got?
Okay. Marquise Brown exited the game with a foot injury in Seattle. And he wasn't a boot, folks. Not going to just try to sugarcoat it. Wasn't looking good. However, the X-rays came back negative, which is great. So it's not as season-ending as people thought. He's going to be out for 6 weeks. So it is kind of season-ending for fantasy, I guess. He's probably going to be back around your playoff time, unless you made a great trade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks for that info.
But I
Doc.
do actually have another update, though.
Oh, what you got?
We're heading over to Dallas. Dak Prescott plans on to play Week 7.
Hey, you're a big Cowboys fan, aren't you, Doc?
No,
Oh,
but I have some clients there, so good for them. Anyways, he told me he was feeling fantastic. Great.
no, directly.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
like, "Hey, doctor, I'm feeling great."
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
So just like that, feeling great.
I'm feeling great. I was like,
Okay.
"Okay, Dak, you weirdo."
All right. Did you talk to Randall Cobb this week in Green Bay? Because I heard some information there.
I did not, but I sent my intern there who sucks. Anyways, Randall Cobb suffered a potential high ankle sprain against the Jets.
Oh, those were the worst.
Yeah, man, Mac Jones is dealing with it. A lot of players are dealing with it. This isn't a fun sprain. It's not something you come back really quickly. However, the x-rays came back negative. But he is going to undergo an MRI to determine the severity of the injury. So
How long do the
it's not-
MRI takes? Like, how long will he until he knows?
Should know by today, actually, because what's today? Today is Tuesday. So Wednesday, sorry, time zones.
Yeah, time zones. That's what it is. Time zones.
Wednesdays, you'll see the practice report if it doesn't break earlier. Usually that's when they kind of go into detail as far as like injuries are concerned and prognosis is.
Okay.
Yours truly.
All right. Speaking of a prognosis, what's going on with wide receiver Jamal Agnew?
Suffered a knee injury against the Colts and did not return.
Is it looking likely that he might?
I give it a 50-50 shot.
Oh,
More on the 50-50 side.
Oh,
50 side.
50-50 side, more on the 50 side.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
So,
fantastic.
Take it. You go.
I'm good at math.
All right.
So. All right. Were you in Miami? I know you love Miami. You've
I
got
do
a
love
nice
Miami.
tan going.
Thank
Were you there? Did you
you.
see what happened to Skylar Thompson?
Oh, yeah. He got injured. He injured his right thumb and did not return to the game. Doesn't matter to his back, so you can go ahead and dump him like
No.
bad habit.
Yep. Nope. Not. We're not talking all ball movements here. Let's jump over to New England, Doc. What's going on with Kendrick Bourne?
He hurt his toe.
Oh. That's it?
That's all that my intern said. He just said he hurt his toe. And I was like, really, that's it? No prognosis. I'm about to go on the show live. People tune in to hear what I have to say. And that's what you have to say? No, he should be okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't fire him up, but I would look at the the practice schedule.
Doc, I heard you were a Pittsburgh fan. You
This
were
sucked.
in Pittsburgh. What's going on?
This sucked. Kenny Pickett was ruled out after receiving a concussion, which makes sense why George Pickens didn't do well in fantasy.
Oh.
You know why?
Why?
Because Trubisky was throwing the ball,
Oh.
and he threw it to Claypool.
There is a report that Trubisky got into a little spat with Deontay Johnson this past week, and or 2 weeks ago, and they benched him.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's
It
interesting.
makes sense. It's probably like, hey, man, you suck at throwing the ball.
He did
And
lead them like down and got a win for them though. So
Okay, I'm just looking over my notes. He's still in the concussion protocol, right? So we shall see what happened. Obviously, if he can't go, the biscuit is in line, and you can probably bet against the Steelers win for that game.
Oh, interesting.
Little betting advice there.
okay, cool.
Okay, moving on. We're going to go with this one was pretty brutal. Tampa Bay Buccaneers tight end Cameron Brate was taken off the field on a stretcher, and obviously he was ruled out with a neck injury.
That's scary.
Yes. Brate is still at the local hospital undergoing evaluation. He does have all of his movement, which is great. That's what the head coach said. So something to monitor. I don't think he's going to be playing. He's going to be out probably around 3 to 6 weeks.
Oh,
Yep.
must have been really bad.
Yeah. it was
Now, Doc,
pretty
earlier we
bad.
talked about J.K. Dobbins really briefly. How's he doing? I know he's been fighting that knee. What's going on?
He left the game with some tightness or stiffness, which is not good because he's kind of coming back from a knee injury. So this
Is it
is
in the
something.
same knee or a different knee?
Yeah. But that's maybe due because he's favoring it. So he's probably yes.
I
yes,
asked, is
JC.
it in the same knee or a different knee? And you said, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Good job, Doc.
Quaaludes are kicking in.
Oh, okay, well.
So no, it was the same knee. Actually, it was the same knee.
Oh, okay.
But he's likely to play. I think he's going to stretch it, work it out.
All right. Doc, what else you got? I think you got one more note for us.
I do. This is breaking news in Denver. Quarterback Russell Wilson is washed up and got paid to play like Big
Okay,
Ben.
Doc, I didn't know you were here to express opinions. I thought you were here to
No,
talk
that's
about
true.
injuries.
It's. Have you seen?
Well, Doc, it's been a pleasure having you, Doc. We'll see you again next week.
Okay.
Where are you flying out to?
Well, I gotta say, didn't the doctor miss a note? Because I thought Carson Wentz broke his finger.
Doc.
Did he not?
Oh yeah, he did, but I don't care because Taylor Heineke's
That's
back.
right, baby. Even the Doc is on the Taylor
Let's
Heineke
go!
train. He is on the Taylor Heineke train. We have a little bit of show left. We're going to go over those waivers in a moment after these quick messages.
All right, so our 10th player is a guy that's beloved in Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster of the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're welcome, by the way. I'm being a nice guy today because
TikTok.
if it was up to you, we'd be
What are you talking
butchering
about?
some names. Yeah, but the prediction is that he goes to the Patriots potentially.
Yeah.
Now, there's a number of teams that could use him. He would be a fine fit here as a number 2 wide
I wouldn't
receiver,
be mad
honestly.
at it.
I wouldn't either. He's really talented. He's just a guy that drops the ball a ton.
Yeah, see, and that's why he's predicted to go to New England. I don't know about this because
I don't know if
I
he'd
don't
fit with
think.
Bill.
Yeah, exactly. Bill's not gonna have
No,
he
you
don't
drop the
play.
ball, you're out.
Yeah, you're out. He does
Mhm.
not carry. He'll find some random person on the street who will just blow up.
Yep.
That's
Some
I
random
don't know
white
how
guy.
he does it.
It's always a random white guy.
Well, I'm at one.
Tennessee Titans.
Ooh,
That's a good
I
fit.
Like that.
They need. I mean, let's be honest. Julio Jones. We already called it. He's done.
Yep.
There's
He should
nothing
really
left. If you,
retire.
at this point you're going to put him in the slot,
Yep.
Juju could work as a number 2 with AJ Brown being your number 1.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I like that.
he's big. He's good at blocking. And what did the Tennessee Titans do better than anybody else? They run the ball.
Yeah.
Get a blocker.
I got a team for you that just to me makes sense. Atlanta. I could see him going to the Falcons.
Juju?
I think Calvin Ridley's gone. So
I
now
don't
that
think
Calvin's
he's
gone,
coming
they have
back.
a void to fill at wide receiver, and you can get him on the cheap.
I like the Atlanta thing. I just don't think he's a number one guy. That's
Oh,
the
he's
thing.
not.
He's got to be a number two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're just gonna piece stuff together there and
There's
hodgepodge that
people
receiving
off.
core.
Yeah, people off the scrap heap.
Yeah.
Cheap, quick fires.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, phony homies, welcome back. It's time to get to our waivers. DL, it's time for the waiver wire.
That's why you're watching
That is why you are watching
or listening.
Let's remind the phony homies at home who is on bye this week.
On by, we have the Bills,
Yeah.
Rams, Vikings, and Eagles.
Those are some good teams, man. So there's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of good players. sitting out.
Actually, in my deep league, right,
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of them. I have both my receivers out because Hollywood Brown got injured, and Gabe Davis is not playing this week.
Oh.
So I'm definitely paying attention to the waivers because I got no backups.
Yeah, those are wide receivers. But before we go to wide receivers, let's start
Yeah.
out at running back. DL, who
Sure.
are the waiver wire pickups at running back? Let's
Okay.
remind the people who's out.
Yeah, once again, who's out would be Dalvin Cook, Miles Sanders, Devin Singletary, Darrell Henderson Jr.
Okay. Some good some good
Yes,
running backs there,
I did it.
honestly.
I set them over.
You did, really. You
Thank
did.
you.
Good
Thank you. So I'm going to be honest. When I was doing waivers this week, it was rough. It was rough, phony homies. Like, there's not a lot out there. And I don't know if it's just me, but this was the first time I was like, wow, they're really like, if you didn't draft well, it's going to be a rough week trying to find a flyer. However, here are some guys that I was kind of excited for. First one, we're going to start with Kyron Williams, 7% rostered. With Cam possibly being traded, this would be a really good like deep league ad, I would say, because Darrell Henderson is going to be the guy. He's going to be taking a majority of the snaps. I feel like they're going to sprinkle him in, but like I said, if you're playing like on I don't know a 14 people league or 12 people league, this might be a guy that you want to target. Next,
It's a good stash, right? That's what you're saying.
yeah,
Good
stash him,
Okay.
stash him. This is just that. The next guy is a handcuff, I would say, and that would be Deion Jackson. He's 10% rostered. He went off, I would say, last week with JT being out. However, Jonathan Taylor, JT, is expected to be back this week. But this definitely would be somebody that I would stash on your bench. Or if you have Jonathan Taylor, I would go after this handcuff because he was definitely a plug and play, and he did really, really well. So yeah, I would go after him if you have that luxury. Like maybe you're a 5-1 team, and you have room because your team's rocking and rolling. This would be your guy, your boy. Last but not least, I would say Kenyon Drake. 2% rostered. I know we told you guys to cut him, get rid of him. However, much like Deion Jackson, this is like a handcuff guy who could have a really big finish, in my opinion. When he did actually play last week, he finished with 119 yards on 10 carries. So to do the math, that's 11.9 yards per carry, and may actually have earned some extra snaps. So it really just depends on how JK is doing. So I would watch the actual injury reports and monitor that, because if his knee is still kind of bothering him, you're going to see Kenyon Drake fire up. Yeah, I think he's doing better than Gus the Bus.
Yeah.
So
let's go over them real quick. Kyron Williams, as a reminder, is a stash. Deion Jackson
Yep.
probably has supplanted or may supplant Naheem Hines as the new backup behind JT. And if anything happens to JT, we really like Deion Jackson at that point.
Yep.
But a good handcuff to Jonathan Taylor over in Indianapolis. And finally, Kenyon Drake. He just looks more explosive than J.K. Dobbins at this point. I just don't think J.K. is at 100%. He's probably battling it back, probably
He's
like
trying.
at 75 to 80%. You just don't see that explosion and that burst. He doesn't have it. And once he gets it back, you're right, he probably will take Kenyon Drake's snaps completely.
Yep.
But right now, it's probably going to be 60-40 Kenyon Drake. So.
yeah, and I would even say with with Deion Jackson as well too. I mean, he caught the ball.
Yeah.
He got 79 yards receiving. So he's kind of like a hybrid of both Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines.
Naheem, you got it close.
Naeem.
Yeah, Naheem.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
Let's jump over to wide receivers. Let's remind the
Yes.
folks at home who is on bye this week. Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and A.J. Brown. Those are some stud
Yeah, I was gonna
receivers
say
on
pause
bye.
for a moment.
Yeah.
That's like literally.
A moment of silence for those teams that have
Seriously.
multiple receivers from those teams.
I'm one of them.
Jeez, a
It
moment of silence.
stinks.
All right, let's continue,
Okay.
DL. So, who are we going to let the phony homies know to add this week?
This one was added late, but Michael Gallup, he is 50% rostered.
He's right at our cutoff. We only recommend guys who are less than 50%, but he's right there. In your league, he might be available, and I think he could help you in the near future. Why, DL?
Because Dak Prescott is coming back this week, and we all know what that means. Upgrade to that offense.
That is true.
Yeah. So moving on to the real ones that I picked, we got Rondale Moore, which is 43% rostered, right? He's ideal for PPR, right? Points per reception. The last 2 weeks, he has had 20 targets with 13 receptions and 117 yards. Obviously, with Hollywood Brown being out for 6 weeks, that's a long time for fantasy. 6 weeks, Moore would be someone to add. Even if Hopkins is coming back, this is somebody that I would add in like a PPR format because I think he's going to get the targets. And yeah, I'm excited about him. You may have heard this name a couple times on Sunday. Alex Pierce.
Alec.
Yep, that's what I meant. Alec Pierce. Sometimes I get excited. He's 20% rostered. He drew 7 targets, converting them into 49 yards and a TD. So I feel like he's obviously a really good flex play, right? Depending on the matchup.
You gotta get his name right, dude. And here's why. He's from up the street. He went to Glenbard West. He's from Glen Ellen, dude. We're in Lombard. Like right next door. So, local boy.
No one cares.
Local boy.
No one cares. Alex
So is
Pierce,
Cole
my
Kmet,
bad.
so,
I would
you
be
know,
mad
who
if
really
someone screwed
cares?
up. My name? I'm sorry?
Cole Kmet's a local boy, too, and look how that's turning out. So,
Well,
Yeah.
this guy's actually talented, so.
yeah,
That's true. But anywho, this was it. Just that he's very matchup dependable. So, flex option.
He's Austin Collie.
Huh?
He's Austin Collie.
Yeah.
Good on the 8 to 10 receptions kind of guy. He's a receiving guy.
I think he'll be better than that.
Probably.
I think he'll be better than that. I think he's just crazy talented. He's 6'4", ran a 4.4, 140, like a 40-inch vertical. He's a freak.
He's a perfect complement for Michael Pittman Jr.,
Yeah.
and you can see the targets going
Well,
up.
I'm a little concerned
every
about
game.
Michael Pittman Jr., by the way. He has
he was on your
he
panic.
showed out at the end of the game
He
last
balled
week.
out.
He did, at the end.
Yeah.
But prior to, he had some drops. He just wasn't looking super hot. So, I don't know. We'll see what
And
happens
you know,
there.
they were saying something on 670 The Score as well too. Like if you look at like Russell Wilson and you look at Matt Ryan, did Tom Brady kind of screw up the whole like when a quarterback is done?
Yes.
Probably.
Because honestly, both of them at their age and what they're doing right now look like they're done.
Okay, let's be
Even
real
Tom
about Russell.
Brady.
Russell just got a PRP injection in his shoulder like 2 weeks ago.
That's fair.
And we haven't
Russell
really said
Wilson's
anything about
dealing
it.
with
We
an
haven't said
injury.
anything about it. You're
We
like,
said it last week.
smiling like, oh yeah.
No, we
But,
said it last week.
That's why you can't throw the ball.
We
Imagine
literally talked about that
throwing
last
with
week.
pain. Like, what do you want from the
But
guy?
Here,
want him to
not
play
to
well.
lengthen this out. I just want to say because like Baker Mayfield was dealing with something in a very similar fashion. At one point, do we stop saying he's tough and start saying he's stupid for playing?
Yeah.
That's on the
thing
team.
that I have with Wilson. If you're trying to play through pain, dude, just take the surgery, sit out a while, come back when you're healthy.
That's on the team and the team doctors. That's who that's
Absolutely.
on. And we can tell in the NFL, those team doctors aren't worth a jack. So, yeah.
Well, and I think it's also, I mean, think about the owners, right? Do you like, hey, thank you for paying me all this money. I'm going to get surgery. So hopefully your backup is good because I can't play. Like, I think he wants to prove something. I think, you know, as JC has
they
mentioned.
all do. They all want to prove they can win without their teams.
Yeah, but as JC has mentioned in the past, that Russell Wilson is a tough SOB. I mean, if we think about even last year when he hurt his finger, right? He got like
First injury ever.
hammer finger. What was it called? You remember?
Which one? Which injury?
Russell Wilson.
Oh yeah,
He hurt his finger?
The mallet finger. I think.
Mallet finger,
Yeah.
not hammer finger. What am I thinking? Anyways, he did come back pretty fast. So I am going to harp on him just because there was all this hubbub, and I'm smiling because I called it. I said that he may be a Peyton Manning, where in his last year, you were hoping he was going to do really great, but father time has caught up to him. Just going to say that. Okay, moving on. Jahad Dotson, 36% rostered. Yes, I know he's dealing with a hammy. However, there may be some managers that dropped him. So that's my next point, is making sure that you're paying attention to the other teams that are dropping players, because they are dropping him and hoping that they can get him back next week. So yeah, pay attention. Their trash is your reward. Yeah. Your gold. But anyways, moving forward, because Taylor Heineke's coming back, I feel like his targets are going to go through the roof. Right, boys?
That's right. We're at Taylor Heineke's show, so we are with you.
I think Washington's going to have a big week. Anyways, so moving on. My last one is kind of like he's consistent. This might be a good streamer, I would say, for this week. And that would be Zay Jones. He's 20% rostered. This is why I like him. He has 37 targets through 5 games, which is right at that cusp of he's being productive, right? Which is 7.4 per game. So not quite like that 10 mark, but he's almost at the 8 mark, which is great. He's a wide receiver 3 type, and he's perfect for the bye.
Yeah, I like that. All
Thank
good
you.
recommendations, DL. I do like all of those. Before we move over to tight end, I do want to say, if you are in a very deep league, I would recommend adding Wan'Dale Robinson, putting him on your radar at the very least. Last week, he only saw 15 targets, but he caught 3 balls for 37 yards and a touchdown. It's no secret that the Giants need playmakers at wide receiver, and maybe they found one last week. So we'll see.
I will say he's probably the most consistent, which is kind of funny to say for the Giants wide receiver core, but he is consistent.
We'll see.
We
He's
can
a
look
rookie
out
with a lot of ability. We jump over to tight end. As a reminder, the people who are on buys are Dawson Knox, Irv Smith Jr., Dallas Goedert, and Tyler Higbee. All right.
It's a little rough. It's not horrible.
Yeah, not
rough.
horrible. I was doing my research on tight ends that I feel comfortable giving the people, and telling them who to add. And I only came up with one, DL. This week, Evan Ingram is the only one.
Shocker.
We've been recommending him for weeks and weeks and weeks. And maybe we'll get him to,
We're a
give us
Taylor
that little-
Heineke, Evan Ingram show.
We are a Tyler Heineke, and
Never.
a Evan Ingram
we
show.
are
Taylor only.
Yeah, yeah.
Mid-tier of some of the bottom players.
Hey,
show.
we don't believe that. We love the
Mid-tier
both of
the
you.
bot-
We love the both of you.
Wow.
Evan
But if
Ingram
you
has
would
been.
both love to call in at any moment, we would love to talk with you.
He's still averaging 7 points per game, so on the year. I mean,
Yeah.
what more do you want? And he's only 35% rostered, so.
No, I agree. I mean, tight end wasteland, right? And especially if, I don't have Dallas Goedert this week, so
Yeah.
might be a good flyer.
All right, the one position you've all been waiting for,
Yes.
quarterback. A reminder, the people who are on bye, the players on bye are Josh Allen, Kirk Cousins, and Jalen Hurts. Those are the guys on bye. I won't even mention the last guy because it's not worth your time. Who we recommend adding this week. We will start out with Matt Ryan of the Colts. He is 29% rostered. He threw 58 times last week, DL.
Oh.
58 times. That's insane. He finished with 27 fantasy points last week, and now he takes on the Titans, who have allowed the 5th most fantasy points to quarterbacks. Nice
wow.
little bit of info for you. So I would like Matt Ryan. You could pick him up, stream him, in case you have some guys on the bye. The next guy we recommend is Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy G finished
Really?
week 6. Yes, he finished week 6 with 2 touchdowns and almost 300 yards, but he did throw 2 interceptions. This week, he takes on the high-scoring Chiefs. In order for them to be in that game, I could see him having a big week.
Yeah, he's gonna be rocking
Chucking that ball,
it.
yeah.
Yep.
He's gonna have to. The last player that we would recommend.
Hold
to
on.
pick up- Yeah, go ahead.
I got one.
Sure.
I got one.
Sure.
I'm gonna say Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, why? What's the reason?
The reason why is because he is going against Indiana, right?
Yeah.
He's only 17% rostered, right? The reason why I like him so much because he is consistent. I think he's a good flyer for this week. And the Colts cornerbacks, their backfield isn't that great when it goes against receivers. I know what you're thinking. Well, wait a second, Dustin. They run the ball a lot. They do. But they're going to have to throw here and there. So I think a sneaky one. Sneaky. If you didn't get those other 2 guys, Tannehill might be your guy.
Okay, and if
go
you
ahead.
can't get any of those, you probably can get this guy. Taylor Heineke is the last quarterback we're going to recommend. He is 1% roster. We loved him last year. He knows the offense.
Yep.
And, some of these wide receiver targets might go up for some of these guys like Scary Terry. So,
Yeah, or Curtis Samuel.
yeah, maybe.
Which I also have. So if someone wanted to, just shoot back a different trade or counter, might be someone to add.
It's almost the end of the show. I wonder what's going to happen.
We'll see.
I don't know. We're gonna have to check
We'll
it.
see.
Yeah.
You got that? You got like 2
Again,
minutes.
I'm 5-1 and comfortable in my position one way or another.
Wow.
Oh, well,
Shots
all right.
fired. Shots fired. We jump over to defense now. Hopefully you don't get too defensive about that comment. Who we recommend that defense, DL? Well, the first team is the Jets. And why are we recommending the Jets?
Because they've posted 3 straight 9 points weeks in a row. 3. That's pretty big.
Can't believe it. It's big.
Yeah, because no one's grabbing them. I'm telling you that.
They're just standing there.
Because that old perception. And they beat the pants off Green Bay. That was awesome. Did you see Sauce with the hat?
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. The last team we recommend at defense is the Titans, believe it or not. They play a generous Colts team that's allowed 21 sacks and 11 takeaways. So who knows? Maybe they could continue that trend and the Titans can put some points up.
And before we move on, what I would start looking at, especially like if you're in a situation where you are dead last in your league or what have you, start paying attention to bye weeks because the people that are going through it, especially like week 9, I think is our this year's a week bye week apocalypse.
Bye apocalypse.
Bye apocalypse. Thank you. That's going to be crazy. So maybe if you can kind of counter and start, obviously doing your trades now, it might help you out because that week's going to come and they're going to need someone to start.
I like that. That's good. No, that's good.
throw that out.
And if you're like a middling team and you need some players, try to trade to teams who are on buys, like players who have guys who have players on buys, because then maybe you can get some talent to help you win. DL, it's almost the show's almost over, but
Yes.
before we end everything, let's talk about our studs and duds this week.
Okay. I'm going to go. Am I going first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. I'll
Yo,
go
who's your stud
first.
this week?
My stud this
Oh,
week.
wow. Okay.
Is Kyle Pitts.
Wow. Okay.
I think I'm still trying to come down, but here's why. All right. Obviously, he hasn't been living up to what you've hoped for when you actually drafted him, but he did get a TD against the 49ers defense. To put that in perspective, they're the third fewest defense to give points to tight ends. So I'm really excited about Kyle Pitts because he's actually he's moving, he's shaking. I think he finally is gelling, and he's going against the Bengals. And I think, I think he's in line to be in your lineup.
Okay. Who's I like that call. Ballsy call. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Who is your dud of the week?
The Denver Broncos. The whole offense. Every single player on the Denver Broncos, I would say, is going to have a bad game. Besides the defense. Defense is probably the only Denver-associated fantasy relevance that I would play. It's just not working. And until you actually see Russell Wilson, what we actually hope he can do, I've kind of lost confidence, so I'm not really excited to start any of them. That's my dud.
All right.
Went with the whole team.
I did the same. We'll see. My stud this week is Joe Mixon. I think he has another get-right game, and he obliterates the Atlanta Falcons this week, and I think they use him heavy once they go up big.
I like that. That was a
that's
good
what
one.
happens. I think
like
that's what
Joe.
happens.
Yeah.
My dud this week is all Bears players except David Montgomery. And the reason is the Bears are taking on the Patriots. And I just have a feeling that Bill Belichick is going to scheme up a great defensive plan against Justin Fields. I don't think there will be much action from Darnell Mooney or any receivers for that matter. No big Dante Pettis game. I think it's going to be mainly a David Montgomery run the ball and see what you could do game.
And he's going to take that away because that's what Bill does. He takes away your best player or your best option. And obviously, Josh Allen has more offense than the whole Bears considered. So, yeah, it's going to be a rough Monday. I don't know. Might be on the background playing it.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Well, Theo, that's it for today's episode.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. I got
Tyler
nothing more.
Heineke.
Yeah, it's the Tyler Heineke episode, the Taylor Heineke episode.
Tyler Taylor.
Yeah, we got to know his name. That's our guy. That's our boy.
Taylor.
Yeah, but as always, remember to shoot us your start-sit questions on Twitter. If you'd like to send those over, you can tweet us at...
Tweet FFG.
And then if you want to ask us those start-sit questions, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday early morning, feel free. We always answer those questions on our Twitter account. You can send us those questions by using the hashtag
Ask Us FFG.
or you can send us to those on via email by sending them to us at
askusffg@gmail.com.
And finally, if you do have any start sit questions, any trade questions, anything that you want to know at all, you can call us directly at
708-655-4508.
Yeah, that's it for today's episode, Phony Homies. For Dustin, for Andres, for D, for Double D, my name is JC. We'll catch you guys on another fantastic episode of the Fake Football Guy Show. See you next week. Peace.